Belmonte has been the team doctor for Eastview High School since the fall of 2012. During that time, his dedication and passion for EVHS has far exceeded what we could ever ask for or imagine. Next year, Dr. Belmonte will be taking time away from his sideline coverage so that he can support the athletic endeavors of his son, Zach. Dr. Belmonte, we wish you nothing but the best and are so grateful for your time and dedication, and we know you are only a phone call away. And now, everybody will please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women who serve our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp, along with my broadcast partner and good friend Galen Wellnicki. David England on our field cam tonight, Nathan Height operating our video switcher as well as our box cams here outside on a beautiful night tonight, Galen, here in Eastview, Texas, or Eastview High School in Georgetown, Texas, and appreciate the fine work that you and Travis did back on Saturday as Georgetown defeated Bastrop. They entered tonight's game 6-0 here in 19-5A, and they've moved up in the rankings, Galen, to number 14. I'll let you talk about this one here tonight. Here on the Battle of the San Gabriel, by the way. That's right. What we call it here.
Yeah, they moved up from 20th to 14th. Cleburne is the number one team in both polls, both the High School Coaches Association and Texas High School Baseball Magazine's top. They're 17-1-2. And right now we are the top-ranked team from our district.
Well, let's talk about that. Looking at that previous game on Saturday, Rouse getting trounced by Cedar Park after Rouse won that first game. The second game, Georgetown all alone at the top of 19-5A right now, Galen.
Yeah, Rouse dropped back to 20th. Rouse dropped back to 20th in the poll at 14-7-1. And even though Cedar Park won by 12-0, they're not in the rankings this week.
Well, we are getting started a little bit early here. I forgot that things always get early here, as our broadcast first pitch time was at 7 p.m. is the scheduled time, but we've already went through the national anthem, the starting lineups. They're wanting to get things early here. They started at 6:48, Galen.
You know, if we can get out of here real early if we got a 10-run rule game.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. It's our honor and privilege to bring you Georgetown Eagle baseball all season long. And back tonight with our two-camera angle. Again, thank you for joining us on Saturday. We weren't able to bring that just due to staffing issues. Folks got full-time jobs, and we appreciate where everyone can help out. And I wasn't able to be here. Travis was able to come, though, and you and Nathan. And I know that David is working hard as well at his regular job. We appreciate everyone and all their hard work, and excited about the game here tonight, as standing on home plate right now, Coach Adam Foster, along with Eastview's coach, as well as Jared out there as well. It's going to be a nice night for baseball here. A little windy. The game got moved to Monday due to the severe weather threats that they're expecting tomorrow, and not just the severe weather, Galen, but a lot of rain in the forecast.
Yeah, they're talking 4 to 5 inches possibly. And the more, if you're east of Interstate 35, they're expecting more rain than what we're 2 or 3 miles east of 35 right now, so.
Well, this game has become a tradition here at Georgetown High School, any game versus Eastview. And, you know, as we look ahead, I know we've got baseball right now, but as we look ahead to football coming up, there's not going to be any more Georgetown-Eastview rivalry, but that, I believe, will stay, though, for basketball and baseball, Galen.
Yeah, it'll stay
in the other sports.
It'll stay in everything. It'll stay in everything but football. And it may only be 2. It may be only for 2 years as the enrollments. Now that there's 2 junior highs for both schools, the enrollments may even out quite a bit.
Well, again, we are getting started just a few minutes here early. Thanks for joining us tonight for Georgetown Eagle Baseball on a Monday night here on SHN Sports at Eastview High School. On the mound getting his warm-up pitches right now, number 13, Stefan Reyes. He will be the pitcher tonight. Behind the mound for the Eastview Patriots, number 21, Juan Sanchez. At first base will be Ryan Bailey, number 16. At second base, number 11, Parker Namkin. At third base, number 5, Noah Reyes. At shortstop, number 2, Galen Camarillo. From left to right, it'll be number 17, Dylan Shelton. At center field, number 1, A.J. Mays. And at right field, number 4, Jordan Espinosa. Leading off for the Georgetown Eagles, it'll be the catcher tonight, number 20, Wyatt Childress. In second in the order, the right fielder, number 12, Jackson Siosin. Third in the lineup, the first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore. Cleaning up tonight, the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Knight. In that fifth position, number 3, at third base, number 7, Jeffrey David. Batting 6th, the designated hitter, number 9, Grant Wood. And the left fielder, batting 7th, number 23, Hunter Savarese. And then the bottom 2, the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. And at the bottom of the order, the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seaback. And Galen, whenever we get halfway through the first one here, I'll let you go over that Eastview starting lineup as well, because, again, we are getting started here right off the bat. Pardon the pun, Galen.
Right. You're too sharp for me tonight. I'm just going to turn around and go home.
Well, it's one of those days, man, where I could not wait to get up here and broadcast baseball. You know, for us, it's always a lot of fun. I know you drive down from Temple, and for me, it's a great stress relief to get down here and
yeah, it is
after dealing with a lot of things during the day, it's always good to be here at the ballpark. And Galen, you had a busy weekend, you know, covering Georgetown for us on Saturday, and then I know before that, though, your wife had a craft show that you had to get ready for and help with that.
That fell through. The lady that she was going with, that she was going to be with, that was going to give her a ride home, was sick and was unable to go, so the craft show ended up dead.
Well,
you know, that costs a little bit of money.
One of these days, I'll be blessed to meet the Mrs. Wellnicki.
She keeps a low profile.
Hey, that's all right. I try to keep low profile, Galen. Here we are just underway. Leading off again, the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress for the Georgetown Eagles. The first pitch on the way to Wyatt will be called a ball. The early count here, 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, Jackson Siosin's playing, I think, in his 4th position of the year tonight. He's in right field, and he's already played first base, relief pitcher, and DH. So during the course of the year, so
second
just
pitch.
In district.
Absolutely. Well, second pitch right across the plate there. Galen Wyatt Childress at a 1-1. His 36th at bat. He's got 10 hits on this early season. Reached second base 3 times. He has 8 RBIs. He averages 286. As always, Galen, thanks for putting together these stats for us. We sincerely appreciate all the fine work that you do. Mr. Knight bringing us some water. We appreciate you, Mr. Knight. So 2 pitches down at a 1-1 even count here for Wyatt Childress. Right-handed delivery. This one's going to ground over, and it goes foul. Oh, it does stay fair. And Galen, that is going to be a double for Georgetown. That ball hugged the line. He's going to try to go in for 3 and give Wyatt Childress on the dive the triple. He's safe. Wow, what a hit to start things for Georgetown and Wyatt Childress. Is Galen, that one took a bounce right in front of that third baseman. He thought it was going to go foul. Instead, it hugged the line, and that's how it goes. Georgetown leads off here with a triple. Not bad for the Eagles.
Now batting right fielder, number 12, Siosin.
You know, that ball may have landed 1.5 inches at most inside the line.
Very close. That's the closest one we've seen this season. Unless y'all saw something Saturday I didn't see. The right fielder, number 12, Jackson Siosin. Pitch on the way to him is going to be a strike looking. The early count 0-1 on Jackson Siosin. Looking at his stats here, Galen, his 55th at-bat, 21 hits here in this season. He's got 12 RBIs, averages .389 for the Georgetown Eagles. The right-handed hitter, again, Jackson Siosin. We got a unique perspective here tonight, too, Galen. I like this. Right-handed delivery here, a little too far outside. The count even at 1-1.
I've always liked working at this ballpark because, you know, you sit out here, and it's almost a perfect spot to watch a game from. It's completely unobstructed.
Galen, talking about here, you know, at Georgetown, after you get into the outfield, it's all grass. I wonder here if it's turf all the way through.
Yeah, it is.
This one's going to pop up foul, and it will bounce right behind us. And that will go. Yeah, we got to pay attention here tonight, Galen. We're behind the gate, though, but there's still a chance that wind could pick it up and blow it back towards us.
You know, we got a chance of here seeing a few balls go out of here in the direction that wind's blowing. Just inside that one light pole out there. Closest to the foul pole. There's a good chance the way the wind's blowing right now that could
see a little boom shakalaka tonight.
Yeah.
Count here 1-2. The right-handed delivery, pulls back, got him on a strikeout looking. So one out for Georgetown. Remember that runner in scoring position for the Eagles, Wyatt Childress, after leading off with a triple. The first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore, now up for Georgetown. Cole Moore having a spectacular season as expected. His 63rd at-bat. He's got 25 hits in this season, Galen. 3 home runs, 20 RBIs, averaging .403. Has to inchworm his way around this one for a ball. 1-0 the count here on Cole Moore. Wanted to mention Julia Engelman listening in. Appreciate you, Julia Engelman, Craig Engelman, and the Engelman family. Of course, Jack playing here for quite some time. And he got to close out a game the other day, I believe. Julia posting some pictures on social media. This one's going to ground over to first base, and it should be a tag out, and it is. So a little unassisted tag there to start things for Ryan Bailey at third base, a 3U in the second out. Is that right, Galen?
That's right, but we got a run.
And we did get a run. Thank you.
Center fielder, number 6.
I was too busy watching Cole Moore over there, and Georgetown scoring the first run here, Galen, to get things going.
And Cole got his RBI.
So we start talking about food already. Arby's. Pitch on the way here. This one too low for Ryan Neitch, the center fielder. Want to know the count here for Ryan.
Talking about food, I walked into Dos Salsas today, and the first person I saw was Nathan Height eating there this afternoon.
Nathan, happy birthday. Had his 35th birthday yesterday. We appreciate Nathan. Pitch on the way. This one too far outside. 2-0 the early count. We went out last night. Nathan and I went bowling, went to main event, little laser tag action. I haven't did that in a while, man. I was out of breath, and I'm sore this morning, Galen.
I'm a little bit too old, I think, for that.
Right-handed delivery on the way, too high and outside. 3-0 now the count. As Stefan Reyes trying to find his rhythm here against the fourth in the order, the cleanup position, the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Neitch.
Wind's starting to whip a little bit there.
Pitch on the way and walks him. No, they're going to call that one late. Wow, that was a little late cake batter there, Galen. 3-1 the count. The Neitch family here as always. Christina, good to see her here at the ball game tonight. Right-handed pitch, and this one, wow, again, a little late one, and now it's 3-2. A payoff pitch on the way here.
Hey, you know what he's calling this one? Be ready to swing.
Fans are already saying, you know what he's going to call, so get ready to swing.
Anywhere close, buddy.
Ryan Neitch, his 63rd at-bat with 20 hits, trying to get 21 here for the Eagles. On the payoff pitch on the way from Reyes. Lets it fly. This one too high, and he will walk him. So Neitch will reach on a walk over to first base. And in that fifth position, the third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David, now at-bat for Georgetown. Forgot how loud the speakers are here, Galen. Well, David England tonight up on the roof again here at Eastview High School on the Georgetown dugout. Appreciate David. I told him, I said, man, I hope you don't blow over tonight. It's a little windy out here, Galen. Right-handed delivery on the way, pulls back, got him on a strike here, looking 0-1. Well, again, Georgetown leads 1-0 here. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Live tonight from Georgetown, Texas, here at Eastview High School, the Battle of the San Gabriel. Reyes on the mound. And Galen, wanted to mention this. You brought it up, and I haven't mentioned it yet, of course. I guess I just kind of take it without thinking about it. Take it for granted. Left-handed pitcher up there, Stefan Reyes. I'm left-handed, so.
I tell you what, we faced a left-hander. The first pitcher that Bastrop threw was a left-hander Saturday, and he was pretty tough.
Georgetown here will reach over to second base.
It was a stolen base. He was going all the way.
No chance that the catcher had an opportunity out there. Nitsch will be credited with the stolen base over to second. Oh, 0-2 the count now for Jeffrey David. And again, taking off here and swinging a miss, and that will do it. Well, not a bad start for Georgetown, Galen, here, as I'm not sure what to call this here.
On a hit. There is nobody left. 1-0.
I have no idea what's going on here, Galen. As the runner took over, Georgetown fans saying, wait a minute, he's still able to go here because the Eastview kids took off. And, yeah, some of the fans saying it was a missed balk. They thought.
I'll tell you. The ump didn't. The two most important, and Adam didn't protest it any, so.
Well, they'll let it go. So we'll call it what it is, Galen. 1 run here on 1 hits, no errors, 1 left on base for Georgetown. We're halfway through 1. The Eagles lead tonight. Here's the visiting team at Eastview High School, and their rivals here on the Battle of the San Gabriel. 1-0. We'll take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle baseball continues after this.
Number 14, Smith.
Actually, Galen, we'll keep it right here. I'll let you go over that starting lineup, or the lineup tonight. I say starting lineup, the lineup tonight for the Eastview Patriots, Galen.
Okay, leading off will be Stefan Reyes, the pitcher. Batting second will be Jalen Camarillo, the shortstop. And third batter will be Juan Sanchez, the catcher. If we get that far, the fourth batter will be the designated hitter, Drake Rodriguez, who's hitting for the left fielder, Dylan Shelton. Fifth is Parker Namkin, the second baseman. Sixth is Ryan Bailey, the first baseman. Seventh is Noah Reyes, the third baseman. Eighth is Jordan Espinosa, the right fielder, and batting ninth is A.J. Mays, the center fielder.
That was the pitcher out there on the field tonight for Georgetown. Number 14, Grayson Smith. Behind home plate, the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. At first base will be number 23, Cole Moore. Second base, number 8, Luke Seaback. Third base, number 7, Jeffrey David. The shortstop tonight, number 5, Cole Posey. From left to right, 23, Hunter Savarese. In center field, the number 6, Ryan Nitsch. And then at right field, number 12, Jackson Siosen. And as you just said, Galen, leading off here for Eastview will be the pitcher, number 13, Stefan Reyes.
He's a true left-hander. He throws left-handed, and he's in the left-handed batter's box. So.
And you're left-handed.
Yes.
Grayson, the right-handed delivery. This one's going to be hit over to Cole Posey, and trying to get there in time. Did he get there?
No.
No, he is safe. Well, that's a good hit for Stefan Reyes to lead off, as I think that was Copo out there trying to get a little 6-3 action over Cole Moore.
That was pretty deep and fairly slow hit ball deep for a fairly fast base runner. And we got Mr. Camarillo.
It is the shortstop, number 2, Jalen Camarillo, now the right-handed hitter.
He's
looking for that
there.
sack bunt. That's what you're about to say, probably, Galen.
Back? No. I'll start coaching here.
Hey, that's all right.
Somebody was coaching pretty loud up here in the stands.
Well, text message coming in here that makes sense, and I'll get to that here in just a few moments from a listener out there. I'll definitely get to that here before too long. Just came through on our SHN text line. Again, here in the bottom of the first, pitch on the way. This one going to bunt over, and Georgetown will get the runner out at first.
Sack bunt, 1-3.
Runner will advance over to second. Stefan Reyes on the sack bunt. The catcher now at bat, third in the order, number 21, Juan Sanchez for the Eastview Patriots, a right-handed hitter. This one will hit foul into the fence over off first base, and the early count 0-1.
I'm sure Eastview's a little bit frustrated. They're 0-6 in district, and in their last series with Cedar Park, both the losses were by one run. So, you know, things are just not.
Georgetown trying to keep the base runner at second, honest in scoring position there, Stefan Reyes. Getting one out here in the bottom of the first. Georgetown leads 1-0 as the visiting team tonight here at Eastview High School. And the American flag out there whipping in the wind at center field, or just actually in that left power alley. As Grayson looks over his right shoulder, now lets this one fly. And boy, that was high and inside, but he got the batter to bite at it there. Rodriguez took a strike. 0-2 the count here.
This is Sanchez.
Oh, Sanchez, you're right. I was looking down one more. 0-2 the count, one out. Grayson stands with that right foot just on the right corner of the rubber. Kicks up the left leg. This one's going to ground foul over off the third base side near the Eastview dugout. And the count remains 0-2. Grayson taking some time here in between the pitches as he glances over his right shoulder. Kicks up here, the right-handed delivery. Pulled back too low. 1-2 the count. So Galen, this coming in here from the Engelmans, I believe it's Julia. Appreciate Julia's text message saying something to think about. But Georgetown has struggled with left-handed pitchers this season, so it'll be interesting to see if most teams come out with lefties. That is a good observation. This one is going to go way up into the air, foul ball territory. Cole Moore is going to make the catch in foul territory for the second out. So that's a pretty good observation. Again, Julia telling us here, you know, Georgetown struggling a bit against Elgin, Bastrop, and now Eastview, all bringing out their left-handed pitchers. So far tonight, Georgetown looking good, though, but it's still way early, Galen. I put on my shorts tonight.
I noticed that. Of course, when it's 85 in the middle of the day, you know, you don't think it's going to drop too much before the end of the broadcast.
That's right. New batter now, the designated hitter, number 9, Drake Rodriguez.
Of course, you haven't seen those ice crystals off this way that are building up over the top of the school.
Yeah, they can stay over there. Rodriguez, a right-handed hitter, stands with his right foot down in the corner of the box there in that right-handed batter's box. And time is called here. Rodriguez got some long hair out there, man.
Yeah.
I had, you know, back in high school, I had hair that was, my hair would poof up.
I had a ponytail back when in late 60s and early 70s when I was working out in West Texas. And it wasn't I guess it wasn't supposed to be the manly thing to do.
Cole Moore
They dropped
and
it.
his teammate not talking things over out there, and should have been an easy catch, but they were not communicating. Your right fielder and Cole Moore at first base, and that's unfortunate because that would have been the third out there. Seosin and Moore again. Cole was trying to get under it. Seosin was there, and they just didn't communicate. It was in foul territory, thankfully, though, Galen.
And the thing is, under scoring rules, if this guy gets on base, it's nothing right now, but if that guy gets on base, it becomes an error.
Really?
Yeah.
And who would you pin that one on?
Well, Moore dropped the ball.
Broadcaster's choice?
Yeah.
BC?
BC.
Here on the 0-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Base runner on second for Eastview. Pitch on the way. This one is going to hit foul way behind us. And, ooh, boy, thank goodness I shouldn't have parked my car there, Galen.
Yeah, you should have dropped the equipment off and parked it further down that way, down to a cul-de-sac. There's a cul-de-sac down at the end of the.
Yeah, there's a few cars out there scattered around. Mine was right in the path of that ball, man. I forgot to move. I didn't even think about that, Galen. Count still 0-2. Grayson looks down, getting his position here on the rubber. Again, that base runner on second is Stefan Reyes. The kick up here, right-handed delivery. This one's going to be hit, and it should be diving down and caught. What a grab down there by Ryan Goodnight for Georgetown as he slid in, able to grab it right before it hit the ground, and Good night saving there. Great job for Ryan Knights for the third out. That was a line drive to center field, Galen.
One complete, 1-0 Eagles.
So no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left on base. As we move to the top of the second inning, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Eastview High School. Time now 7:18 p.m. Thanks for joining us. Galen, talking about 19-5A. We'll go through those standings, Galen.
Okay, Georgetown's on top 6-0. Cedar Park is second at 5-1. Rouse, which has already had its bye, is 3-1. But Cedar Park has its bye this week, so everybody will catch up with them that's already had a bye. Elgin and Cedar Creek are tied for fourth at 4-2. Hutto's 2-2, and they've had a bye. Conley's 0-4, they've had a bye, and Bastrop and Eastview are tied at 0-6. One thing for Eastview, to point out for Eastview, Eastview's got the largest run differential, negative run differential. They've only scored 7 runs in their 6 games, and they've been outscored 39-7 so far. Well, actually now, if you count this game, 40-7.
And comparing that to Georgetown at now 46-14.
Yeah.
And Cedar Park looking really good now as far as their defensive end, 34-9 on the season as far as that run differential.
And look, Elgin, which has scored 56 runs going into tonight. Well, of course, they had that opening series where they just scored a ton.
We are here in the top of the second inning. Thanks for joining us tonight on SHN Sports. Rob Hipp with Galen Wellnicki on a beautiful night for baseball here in Georgetown, Texas. Leading off for Georgetown in the top of the second inning,
Grant Wood
will be the 6th in the order, the designated hitter, Grant Wood. Grant doing a great job in that first inning from the pitching mound. Swinging a miss here, though, to start things. He's 0-1. Oh, he's not pitching. That's right. It's Grayson Smith. Thank you, Galen. See, that's why I got you, Galen. You keep catching me, man. Early count here, 0-1. Pitch on the way. This one will be a base hit. Just shy of center field, over to right center field. Near that power alley, a beautiful hit there for Georgetown's Grant Wood.
You know, that was a good move by Foster. He originally had, before he found out that they were throwing a left-handed pitcher, he had Logan Drake, a left-handed batter, penciled into the lineup as the DH. And then he changed it to Grant Wood, who's a right-handed hitter, to take advantage of the matchup.
Hunter Savarese at bat now, his 41st at bat, 14 hits in this season so far, 10 RBIs, averaging 3.5 and a little sac bunt here. And he will get out. It was a nice bunt, but couldn't get there in time. And that will advance Grant Wood in scoring position now to second base on that sacrifice bunt by Hunter Savarese.
Now batting shortstop, number 5.
5-3 sac bunt for the first out. We move to the 8th in the order, the shortstop, number 5, Posey. Right-handed hitter for Georgetown. Cole is 62nd at bat this season, 13 hits. He's got 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Right-handed delivery on the way. This one across the plate for a strike, 0-1. We'll check in with David before too long here and ask him how things are going up there. Giving him a heads up here on the 0-1. Again, base runner on second for Georgetown. And this pitch a little too high. David, how things going up there tonight on top of the old Georgetown dugout over there tonight, David?
I'll tell you what, it's nice up here. It's a little breezy, but I'm holding onto the camera. Not going to let it go. Staying behind this net. making sure I don't get hit. But we're in good shape up here.
We appreciate you as always, David. We'll check in with you throughout the game. Thanks for your fine work as always.
Absolutely.
David England out there on top of the Georgetown dugout. He's found a new home at these baseball parks, man. He got on the roof. I think it started at Elgin, and it hasn't stopped. So it's worked out really well. It's up at Georgetown. We've got that nice view where we can actually go into the bullpen. Here on the 1-1, this one too low, and Georgetown will get back over to second base. Well, Galen, again, appreciate you and Travis on Saturday.
We had a good time.
Good game. I forgot to give Travis a heads up about the procedure here at Georgetown as far as interviews at the end, so nothing on Travis, but he said I didn't know I was supposed to interview anybody. Pitch here just drops out of the glove, but it will be a ball, 3-1.
And he didn't know what Coach Foster looked like, so he couldn't make a contact with Coach Foster after the game. Coach Foster didn't stay in the dugout, though, or on the field. He came up and talked to some people in the stands, which made it a little bit harder to find him.
Pitch on the way, this one too close inside, and another Georgetown batter will walk. That is the second walk of the evening. Cole Posey will reach over to first now on that walk. We move to the bottom of the order, the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seaback. His 40th at-bat of the season, 9 hits, 6 RBIs, averages .231 here for the Georgetown Eagles. Again, Georgetown leading here 1-0 in the top of the second. Pitch on the way, too high. The count 1-0. Well, again, if you're out there watching and listening tonight, we'd love to hear from you. The SHN fan line is open. Feel free to send us a text message to 512-522-9105. Again, that's the SHN fan line open tonight. Give us a text message. We'd love to hear from you. 512-522-9105. Our low pitch here, and the count now 2-0.
Let's get 2 more of those, and we'll have the bases loaded.
Julie Engelman sending another message here saying you can always count on Coach Foster to be on top of the opposition pitchers. No more struggle. And I think you brought that up whenever Coach made that change here in the order right before we got started, Galen.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-0 delivery off the left hand. This one's going to ground and right behind Coach Foster. He had to do the inchworm this time.
You know, he probably felt a little bit of a draft when that one.
Little Zingarooski.
Yeah.
Christy sent me a message. She said she enjoyed your comment about Coach Foster the other night on the broadcast. I told her you were joking.
What?
I think it was something about getting up in age.
Yeah.
Hey, he's rocking and rolling, man. He's a great guy. This one
going
to be a line right over. Out of the glove, Georgetown is going to come around and score one for sure.
That would be an E1,
That
right?
is an E1 right under the glove of Stefan Reyes. So Seaback will reach to first. After that hit right up, and Galen, you said it, an E1 there on Stefan Reyes.
That was right through the wicket.
Coming around to score will be Grant Wood, the second run for Georgetown, and Cole Posey will advance over to third base now. But no, she knew that was in good fun. I told her that I think you and some of the coaches here, y'all got a little back and forth action going sometime.
Yeah.
Joking relationship, so.
Yeah.
It's always good fun.
Foster and I have known one another for many years.
We always talk about how blessed we are in this community, and just Coach Foster, Coach Brindley, and all the staff here at Georgetown always doing a phenomenal job. And, well, this time as trying to get over here, and Georgetown base runner going to come around and score here in a little trickeration, and he's safe. So the base runner for Georgetown, Luke Seaback, was trying to steal over to second. He got there. And that threw off things with Eastview. A little confusion. Is Cole Posey going to come around on the trickeration play and come around to score? Georgetown now leading 3 runs to
10.
nothing.
Do you know how many balls?
So again, Georgetown 3-0 here in the top of the second inning. Pitch on the way. This one across on the outside, and it will be a ball 1-0. Galen, I'm not sure how to score that last one.
It was a double steal.
So
Nobody was out.
So a steal to home by Cole,
Yep.
and a steal over to second by
Seaback.
That's right. Statistician over here, Galen, getting questioned during the middle of the broadcast.
Well, you know.
Yeah, it's all good.
Here. Who's that stolen? That's not 145. That's
a lot of bases.
That's a typo. It's 14.
Well, we're back to the top of the order here. It's Wyatt Childress, the catcher, in the midst of a 1-0 count here, and this one goes ball as well. 2-0 now for Wyatt Childress.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'll let you go over that, Galen. Talk about that one whenever we get a break here in the pitching action. This one way too high, off the brim. 3-0. What was that you were going to mention, Galen?
I just did a little bit of things checking on Game Changer on some of the stats. Some of the stats you don't usually hear. Georgetown has a 953 fielding averages. Going into the game, they'd only made 30 errors and 639 chances and turned 19 double plays.
Wow, impressive stat. 3-0 count here for Wyatt Childress. Base runners on 2 and 3, and this one drops too low, and it's another walk for Georgetown. And we may see some action in the bullpen before too long. So Childress will reach on the walk, Galen.
Number 19 is warming up in the bullpen.
And I'm not sure these base runners are going to come over here and talk things over with Coach Foster.
Assistant coach is going out to the mound.
Going to check with David. David, anything going on over there in the Eastview bullpen? He's shaking his head yes. And what do you see over there, David? We'll send it over to David here in just a few moments as we're asking if you see any action. David?
Yeah, I see number 15 and number 19 playing catch. He's not actually warming up at full speed right now. They're just kind of playing catch, so I don't know if he'd actually be ready, but, well, maybe so.
Now, is he making his way out there?
He's going into the dugout.
Yeah. Well, David, we'll check back in with you here in a few minutes. If you see any more action, let us know.
Okay.
15 is at the pitcher's end of the bullpen. 19, he went to get a mask, so they're going to 19 went to get a mask in the bullpen because they're supposed to catcher in the bullpen is supposed to have a mask under the safety rules. 15 is the guy that's warming up.
So base runners on 1 and 2 for Georgetown. Steeback, who stole moments ago on second, and then Childress, who reached on that walk on the last pitch here on first. Jackson Siosen struck out looking in the first. He's now at bat. Pitch on the way. This one will hit over, and it is going, and that one is gone. What a hit by Jackson Siosen. He is going to bring in a 3-run homer. Childress comes around. Siosen comes around on the home run. And Seaback comes around. Georgetown doing some damage here in the second inning. 3 RBI for Jackson Siosen. It's already 4 RBIs now for the Eagles, Galen, I believe.
We're 6-0, right? We're 6-0 right now. So on the score, so we're only 4 runs from the magic 10-run rule.
Is it 10?
Yeah, it's 10 after 5 innings.
Wow. Galen, you're always looking forward to that. It's because that drive to Temple.
Yeah. I want to get home before the storms start.
Pitch here on Cole Moore is going to be called a ball, 1-0. Again, Georgetown leading 6-0 here in the top of the second. Cole Moore, the left-handed hitter for the Eagles. Wind up, left-handed delivery. Swinging a tip miss here, 1-1. Text messages coming in on our fan line. Susanna Richer watching Grayson Smith from College Station. We appreciate Grayson Smith and his family. Thank you for joining us tonight, Susanna. in College Station, where the Aggies unfortunately lost that basketball game. They were looking good early on, and then things fell apart for the Ags. That was in the Sweet 16? No, the Elite 8, wasn't it?
Elite 8. Tell you what, it was a tough weekend for Big 12 teams. On the women's side, both Baylor and Texas got taken out.
Baylor, wow. Inchworm action
I saw
here.
a great picture. Probably told a lot about that game between Oregon State and Baylor. Baylor, you know, has got the big girl, real big girl. There's a picture of Oregon State girl going up higher, and she's just pushing the ball down in the face of the Baylor.
Pitch here, and this one will be another walk, and we may see Stefan Reyes step down here before too long, as he has walked another runner now for Georgetown. And Galen, I believe that's the third walk here of this inning. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think did Cole reach on a walk?
Cole reached on a walk. We got 3 walks, an error, and a single and a home run.
That's not a productive inning here for Eastview, as they're just trying to find their rhythm tonight here early. Now at bat will be Ryan Neitch, the center fielder. Reached on a walk, stole a second, but was left stranded. But Ryan on the defensive end did have that nice grab out in center field on that live, as he had to dive down and snag that one up before it captured the ground, Galen. The early count here, 0-1 on Ryan. The first pitch was a strike. 0-1, 1 out. Right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground over, and another base hit for the Eagles. This one out to the left power alley, and the base runners will stay on second for Georgetown. So another hit for the Eagles. This one, Ryan Neitch.
We may have to have them draw numbers to decide the player of the game at this point in time.
Now batting third baseman, number 7.
Although I think a 3-run home run by Seosin will probably puts him in the lead right now.
I believe so. And he hasn't been the player of the game yet.
No.
We're still way early, though, Galen.
Yeah.
5 runs scored here. Georgetown leads 6-0 in the top of the second. Anything can happen.
With 1 out.
Pitch on the way here. Swing and a miss on Jeffrey David. 0-1 the count.
He's got a fan out there. Somebody's yelling, "Go Jeffrey!" So, yeah.
Well, Matt Leschman joining us tonight, watching from his office in Sun City, Arizona. Said a Tuesday's newspaper is put to bed. This one grounds around, and luckily the catcher able to get back onto it. The count 1-1. Matt, appreciate you joining us. I know he's been keeping up with us throughout the season. We'll have to have Matt on as a call-in during one of these games and chat with him a little bit. It'd be fun to have Matt and hear how he's doing, how things are going. So we'll bring him into the broadcast, maybe we can get him in on a pregame one of these days. Pitch here. Georgetown's going to still over. This one's going to bounce over to the second baseman, and it is an out there.
Fielder's choice. Everybody moves up a base.
Cole Moore will move over to third. Neitch will move over to second. And that is a fielder's choice there, so it won't count as a hit.
And we've already batted around this inning.
We have. I was about to mention that, Galen.
I'm sorry I stepped on your feet there.
No, you didn't. Fielder's choice on the 4-3, if I'm not mistaken.
And now we need some kind of a booming hit now to get a couple more runs in. This is a
booming score sheet. Another pitch almost got away from the catcher back there. Juan Sanchez having a hard time getting under that one, Galen. The count here 1-0 as we do move back around to the top of the order is Grant Wood, who had that hit and eventually came around to score as part of that 3-run homer by Jackson Seosin. Pitch on the way. This one is going to go foul and bounces right in the grass and rolls towards the bus behind us. The count 1-1.
Hey, we got a good shot of the moon up here.
Yeah, we'll have to get David to pull that up on the camera before too long. It's right above his head. It's kind of hidden up there. I don't know if the camera can tilt back that far. We'll see. We may be able to get it, man. Pitch here on the way. This one's going to hit foul, and it may be in catchable territory, and it's not. It's going to bounce just in front of the fence. Trying to chase it down was the first baseman, Ryan Bailey. Couldn't get there in time. The count at 1-2. Again, 2 outs here, Galen.
Yeah, you could say we're really being mooned tonight here.
1-2, 2 outs. Georgetown leads 6-0 here in the top of the second inning. Stefan Reyes on the mound, kicks up the left-handed delivery. And this one again will go foul off the first base side. This time behind David as he looks over his right shoulder. He knew better than to park that FJ around here.
Tell you, there's somebody else sitting up on top of the dugout too.
He's a fan stand reporter. The 1-2 delivery. This one too low again, and now the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 twos across the board, Galen.
You didn't put a clock on this inning, did you, when we started this half inning?
I don't believe so. We've been in this inning for quite some time. I think we were at 7:13. We've been over 20 minutes in this inning. Pitch on the way. This one also going to hit foul. A lot of foul balls going off out there tonight, and the count remains 2-2.
He may get close to his 110 pitches for the night here in this inning.
I may just, if he's the, if Grant gets out here, I may just make me a little box so I can keep my rows in order here, Galen, if you know what I mean. Pitch on the way to Wood. This one is going to be a base hit. Out to the left power alley. Georgetown's going to score 2 more. And another hit for the Georgetown Eagles. I said that to jinx it, Galen. Grant Wood will reach on first with another hit, and now coming around to score will be Cole Moore, as well as Ryan Goodnight for the Georgetown Eagles. And Georgetown, all the scoring just coming alive here in the second inning. Georgetown leads 8-0, and I believe we will see a pitching change here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Matt Pullen, the coach, is coming out. Matt, who used to be an assistant coach under Foster here at Georgetown.
And we do see a new pitcher out here, number 15 for the Eastview Patriots. We'll have his name here in just a few moments.
And we don't know if he's going to hit for himself or not. Number 15, and I'll look him up here. Number 15 is Austin Coe.
So the junior Austin Coe now on the mound for the Eastview Patriots. Unfortunately for Stefan Reyes, struggling here early on in this ball game, trying to keep things together, but just not his night. And Austin Coe will make his way to the mound now for the Eastview Patriots. Well, Galen, Georgetown coming out here, and their offense showing up tonight. We've been waiting for really a breakout offense for Georgetown this season, and tonight we're starting to see that now.
We got 8 runs on 5 hits, and we've got plenty of help. We've got 3 walks and an error out there too. So, and that's raised our run differential now to 53-14 right now for the season.
So we see Stefan Reyes pitch 5 innings, but allowing 8 runs within those 5 innings. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Georgetown leads 8-0. And on deck for Georgetown, I believe, is that Hunter Savarese out there?
Yes, it is.
I've got him down as 23.
25 is.
Yeah, it's not Hunter. We've got a new hitter coming in here for Georgetown already early. We'll pull through the stats here and look, Galen. I just noticed that, and it is a new hitter for Georgetown. I don't think he changed jerseys.
25, Hunter. It's Hunter Savarese.
It is.
We recorded the number wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say it looked like him. That is Hunter Savarese.
All 6'6" of him are.
So Hunter's number 25.
Yes.
Apologize for that.
I apologize because it was my mistake.
It's okay, Galen. It's one of the few Wellnicki mistakes. I make about 30 a broadcast, Galen. Hunter Savarese at bat for Georgetown, the right-handed hitter for the Eagles. His 42nd at bat now this season. And this one will hit over to that left power alley again, and it should drop into the glove of the left fielder, and it does for the 3rd out. Dylan Shelton getting under it on a little fly 7 action. But Galen, we're going to go through this one. We got a lot to tab up here. Georgetown scoring 7 runs in this inning on 4 hits.
For the Eagles, 7 runs on 5 hits.
Well, they say 5 hits.
They gave him a hit on that one up the middle, the one between the pitcher's legs, and you can't do that.
No, that's 7 runs on 4 hits.
1 error.
1 error and
1 man left on base.
1 left on. So again, 7 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 1 left on. Georgetown leads 8-0. We're through 2.5. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in just a few moments.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the
Welcome back to Eastview High School. Rob Hipp alongside Galen, Wellnicki. We're through 2.5. Bottom of the second inning, about to get started. Georgetown leading here as the visiting team 8-0. It's been all Georgetown here in this game early, Galen.
We'll get a chance here to see if the long layoff between has any effect on the pitcher, our pitcher.
Well, on the first one, it does not as far as the hitter for Parker Nemkin. He's out on a quick 4-3 ground out for the first out.
Baseman number 16, Ryan Bailey.
The first baseman now at bat. 6 in the order, number 16, Ryan Bailey.
Grayson Smith came in with a 213 earned run average, 2-2 record.
Kick up here, the right-handed pitch, and it's going to be called a strike on a fastball there. Ryan Bailey, 0-1. Yeah, Bridget's got a good cooked meal for me waiting at home, making burgers tonight, man. I'm blessed. My girlfriend, beautiful, and she can cook. She gets it from her mom. We had a nice dinner last night. Nathan wasn't bashful. He ate. He had 1 plate, and Bridget's dad said, "Nathan, don't be bashful." Well, he pigged out and had 2 more big old pieces of meat and another salad.
Nathan didn't disgrace himself with those sauces either.
Then we pigged out on some ice cream. 0-2, this one going to ground up, and it should be a 1-3. Getting under it is Grayson Smith. Over to Cole Moore for a little 1-3 ground out. For the second out, 2 up, 2 down. The third baseman, 7th in the order, number 5, Noah Reyes, now hitting for the Eastview Patriots. Beautiful camera angles again tonight from David England. We appreciate your great camera work out there on top of the dugout. I like those zoom-ins that he's doing, man. It looks pretty nice. I had some more wireless equipment come in today. I didn't want to spill the beans, but some stuff I'm going to be testing with. So hopefully at Georgetown we can get a camera behind the pitcher. We're working on that as well. Another SHN opportunity. We may have 4 camera angles before the season's over. Galen. Pitch on the way. This one's going to ground over, foul off Cole Moore's glove.
He came up with it too.
He did.
He's been a busy young man. 4 of the 5 putouts in this game have been by him.
Early count here on Noah Reyes, 0-1. Yeah, so I'm going to be testing some new Wi-Fi equipment. Just definitely wasn't the standard Wi-Fi equipment we use. That takes a while to save up for that one. Pitch here, right across on the fastball. The count 0-2. Well, we'll see if it works. I've got a trick up my sleeve that I'm going to see if it works, and if it does, I've already got the camera, and we will be able to have a camera eventually behind center field that'll catch the back of the pitcher like you see on the pros. It's going to be pretty neat, Galen, if we can pull it off. 0-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down. Grayson Smith, a phenomenal night for the Georgetown Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are through 2 now. Georgetown leads 8-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here in just a few moments. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on SHN Sports.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Hipp back alongside Galen, Wellnicki. Georgetown Eagle Baseball continues tonight on SHNSports.com. Thanks for joining us. Nathan Hipp, our technical director tonight, and David England up on top of the Georgetown Eagles dugout. Galen, it's been all Georgetown so far here, scoring 1 run in the first, 7 in the second. And our score right now, 8-0. Leading off for Georgetown will be the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Cole tonight reached on a walk, had an RBI and a stolen base, eventually able to come around and score as part of that trifecta from the bat of Jackson Seosin earlier in that inning. And Georgetown here trying to do more damage. Austin Coe on the mound, the right-handed pitcher for the Eastview Patriots. Stands with that right foot right on the middle of the rubber there, the right-handed hitter for Georgetown. Again, Coe Po. Pitch on the way. Caught him on the corner for a strike, 0-1. Right-handed delivery. This one again clips the corner, 0-2. Leishman sending another message here as we were talking about that camera earlier, saying more layers. That's what Matt used to always say. This could be a base hit, and it is for Georgetown. Right out of the reach. It may be a double. He's going to go around. It will be a double for Georgetown. So leading off for Copo, and a beautiful hit as it reaches right up that right power alley, out of the reach of the glove, and Copo with a double to lead off here in the top of the third.
You could score that 2 ways. You could score that a double, or you could score it in the air on the right fielder.
I think it was a little hard to get to. Did they give him the air? I don't believe so.
No.
It's whatever Galen says. Hey, I heard Travis. He was. Did you hear what he called you?
What?
Pitch on the way. This one's going to hit into foul territory, and it may be catchable. No, it's going to be over the fence, just shy of Ryan Bailey, as it was about 2 feet out of the reach of his glove as he chased it down over off the first base side. The count 0-1 here at the bottom of the order for Luke Seaback. I heard him say, he said, I'm sitting here with the legend, Galen Wellnicki.
I heard that.
So see, it's taken off, Galen. That's what happens when you spend all these years here being so generous to Georgetown. You start getting called the legend. I'm going to get you a shirt that says legend. Pitch on the way. Georgetown here is going to reach over to third.
On a wild pitch.
It was a wild pitch. Cole Posey on to third on a wild pitch.
Well,
Seaback on a 1-1, Galen.
The legend is a happy man today because I talked to Coach Farney today, and I'm going to be doing girls basketball, doing the website for the girls basketball.
Awesome. Congratulations. I know you've been helping Coach Farney for quite some time, and just a great asset to the Georgetown community. I always got to butter you up because it's well-deserved because you do such good work for us, Galen. You know, providing stats for us at these games, and during football season, that was a nice to have that information. Pitch here. This one again, a wild pitch. Georgetown's going to score on this wild pitch as Copo comes in, and Georgetown scores the 9th run.
That could almost have been a pass ball through the catcher, but we'll go with a wild pitch.
Luke Seaback on a 2-ball, 1-strike at bat now for the Georgetown Eagles at the bottom of the lineup. So again, 2-1. Georgetown leads 9-0 here in the top of the third inning. Austin Coe on the mound, kicks up the right-handed delivery. This one is going to be hit, and that should be a line right over to the shortstop, Jalen Camarillo, and it is for the first out of the inning. We move to the top of the order. The catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress.
The catcher, number 20,
Childress tonight with his third at-bat now for the Georgetown Eagles. That'll be his 38th overall of the season. And Childress with his 9th RBI in this ball game of the season. Averaging 286, but his number's going to be higher after this game. Pitch on the way. This one's going to ground foul in front of Foster. Bounces off the fence to the third base side. The early count 0-1.
Tell you what, that third base is like a magnet down there. There's been a lot of balls hit down that way, and there's been a lot of balls hit over toward the out of bounds on the right field side.
Galen, I got to tell you a story here that happened at Eastview. It'll be after this pitch here as Coe winds up, pitch on the way, and this one under the elbow, but called a strike. So we were at, and I believe this was where it happened, the concession stand is way over off that third base side.
Right.
And I saw a foul ball go right into the window, right through the open air window of the concession stand one game. So somebody got splattered with some chili dog.
Yeah, it hitting, you know, that'd be great if it hit in the mustard vat or something.
I saw it go right through that, and I was like, my goodness, you got to be careful where you place the concession stand. You're right over there in foul ball territory. Pitch on the way here on the 1-2, foul tip. Boy, that one knocked right in front of our crowd mic. So, good thing I didn't put that outside the net. Count 1-2. I think that's the first time I've ever saw that. It's just placed right where it needed to be over there. That's the full service. You know, you go to the gas station back in the day, they fill up your car. Here, the foul ball, put mustard on your hot dog for you. Wait around, it'll happen. 1-2 delivery off the right hand. This one is going to fly up over to the left fielder. Dylan Shelton.
He's coming in.
No, he dove down and couldn't get on it, and that's going to be an E out there. I'm going to call that an error, Galen.
Yeah.
It's an E7. And Childress will reach over to second base on that E7. He just couldn't get under that one in time. Tried to come back, and unfortunately for Shelton, wasn't able to find it there.
That wind may be making it a little bit difficult out there.
Jackson Seosin now at bat, had that trifecta for Georgetown, if I'm not mistaken, earlier.
Well, we need to get this run in and get our 10th run here.
Well, Jackson so far making his case for SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Player of the Game tonight. He is 1 for 2, struck out looking in the first, but then redeemed himself again. He was the one that hit that 3-run homer, right?
Yes, he was.
Sure was.
And there wasn't much doubt about it when you heard it off the bat.
Things got confusing because the score sheet filled up quick. Pitch on the way here,
Ooh,
and this is going to go foul at the last moment. Galen, I think you lost a pencil.
I did.
Oh, I see it down there. It's behind, in front of that power adapter, Galen. The count here, 0-1. It was hit foul. Big old gust of wind picked it up.
I got it.
Jackson Seosin, 0-1 count here, 1 out. Georgetown leads 9-0, top of the third. Second base scoring position, Wyatt Childress. This one is going to be hit and trying to get over to first base and makes the grab. Did he get there and come down in time? That was a pretty amazing play out there on a 5-3. Reyes over to Bailey. And Bailey had to get his feet down, so Seosin will be out on the 5-3 for the second out. However, Childress will advance over to third. Boy, you got to give Bailey credit out there. He had to leap up in the air for that one, Galen. Came down right in the nick of time on that first base to get that out for Eastview. Cole Moore, the first baseman. 1 for 2 tonight. Pitch on the way to the left-handed hitter. This one too far outside, and the early count, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Galen wanting that other run. Shaking his head, yes. Pitch on. This one going to pop fly way up into the air, and that's going to be out of the reach of Eastview. That one may go into the concession stand.
The bullpen, I think, or on the other side of the bullpen.
You hit a line foul off that third base side. It's guaranteed to get you some mustard on your hot dog, Nate. Nathan over there shaking his head. He wants one of those. Matt sending a picture here. That's the shirt he's going to get you, Galen. It's a legend T-shirt. We'll fix you up something, Galen, as a surprise. You'll be least when you least expect it. 1-1, 2 outs. Right-handed pitch. This one inchworm, and it's going to be a ball. 1-2. I still need to get you an official SHN press badge.
I'm still a guest.
I was a guest at the Baptist Church for about 12 years back in the day, so I could get that parking up front and continue to eat. Finally, the preacher, man who really made one of the biggest impacts on my life growing up, he's since passed away, but Pastor David Edwards, he told me, he goes, you can't park in a guest parking anymore. He baptized me in the San Gabriel River, Galen, in the springs of the San Gabriel River. I actually got baptized twice. I had to get a redemption again a few years ago. I guess you're allowed to do that. 2-2, 2 outs. David was a tremendous man in my life, and I say friends a lot, and that comes from him. This one going to hit foul off the third base side. He just had a great way of speaking to people. His wife posted a picture the other night on social media, and it just got me thinking a lot about him again. And growing up, it was great to have that influence, and he did great work not only in Georgetown for, I believe, 13 years at Main Street Baptist Church, but then also at Corsicana at First Baptist Church there. He set me straight. We'll put it that way, Galen. I could have been a rowdy heathen, but it's good to have a good influence. 2-2-2. Pitch on the way. This one out of the reach of the glove, and that's going to be a base hit for Georgetown. That one flew right through the glove, right between the eyes of Austin Coe. And I don't think you can E that one. That was a zinger. No. If you E that one, you might as well E your way out of here. Cole Moore with the hit for Georgetown keeps this inning alive. Georgetown scoring 1 run so far here in the third.
I think we scored 2, haven't we?
Yeah, 2. Who was it? Wyatt Childress came around, right?
No, Posey and Childress, yeah.
Yeah, I had that miss there. Thank you, Galen.
Oh, try the pickoff play here.
There's your 10th run, Galen.
Now we got to play defense for 3 innings.
So that was a hit, and Childress able to come around, give the RB to Cole Moore. Pitch on the way here, swing and a miss to Ryan Neitch. Early count here, 0-1, 2 outs. Trent Baker listening in tonight. Trent, hey, I promise you, Trent, I have not forgot about those videos. He's been asking me for a long time, and I will get those to you, Mr. Baker. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but I promise I will get those over to you, sir. On the inside here, 1-1. Well, we talk about it multiple times, Galen. Just wonderful folks here in Georgetown all over. Not only just at Georgetown High School, but here at Eastview High School. And that was a big deal when, Eastview was built here, because a lot of folks, you grow up in Georgetown and you didn't want to have the second high school. But it had to happen. Georgetown was just getting the Georgetown High School was getting so big, and it had to happen.
Right now, we have close to 3,500 kids in the high school right now if you combine the 2 enrollments.
I was graduated. We had like 200 in our class. Pitch over here, and this one's going to get out of the reach. Georgetown's going to be able to get over to second base on the error there. And Galen, was that an E5-3?
That was an E2.
E2.
E2. E2 Butte.
I said an E5-3. That wasn't on Juan Sanchez.
Yeah.
I'm getting delusional. So Cole will reach over to second on the error by the catcher. The count here is still 2-2 for Ryan Neitch. Pitch on the way. This one's going to hit foul behind us. We're going to put a target on the bus. Every time the bus, that's where they park it. It got hit a couple of times last year.
I thought there was a Kia out here that had a target on it.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Should have bought a Honda, but I bought a Kia. 2 balls, 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the third out. Beautiful pitch there by Austin Coe, but not before Georgetown doing some more damage here in the third. This time scoring 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Georgetown Eagles. Georgetown leads 10-0 here as we are through 3.5. We move to the bottom of the third. We'll keep things right here, Galen.
After 2.5, 10-0, Georgetown.
What about 10 runs after 2.5?
I said 3.5. You're right, 2.5. Math was not a good area for me, Galen. I almost failed geometry twice. I made all A's up until 9th grade, and if it wasn't for a teacher named Miss Brown and also a very sweet teacher named Miss Kinney who tutored me after school, I would have never passed geometry. It took me 2 times, but I finally got it. Galen, you graduated from Texas State. Well,
Right.
back Southwest Texas State, right?
It was Southwest Texas State College, not university yet, but college.
Again, we appreciate Trent Baker joining us tonight. Galen?
And it had previously been Southwest Texas State Teachers College, and they'd taken the teachers out just a couple years before I enrolled. So it's had a few name changes.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Patriots. Left fielder number 4, Jordan.
Well, time now, 8:03 p.m., been on the air over an hour now. We're at the bottom of the order for Eastview. The center fielder number 1, A.J. Mays, here in that 9th spot. No, I beg your pardon. It's actually 8th in the order. The right fielder number 4, Jordan Espinosa. So we haven't even made it to the bottom yet here for Eastview. It's been a great pitching so far by Grayson Smith. What, 14 pitches is all he's thrown tonight?
Yeah. He's
Wow.
thrown 17.
17 pitches by Grayson tonight. Leading off again will be the right fielder number 4, Jordan Espinosa. That orange bat out there, the right-handed hitter. Pitch on the way. This one too far outside, and it's a rare ball that we've seen thrown tonight on the 16th pitch of Grayson Smith. Pitch on the way. This one going to be hit over, and it should be a 4-3. See back over to Moore, and it is. A little 4-3 action on a grounder for the first out. One up, one down. And now we move to the bottom of the order. The center fielder and number 1, A.J. Mays. We'll send it over to David here in just a few moments after this pitch. He's got a few words for us. Pitch on the way, and that is going to be a strike. David, take it away.
You know, Rob, I was just thinking that our defense is pretty good right now. They're pretty much locking this down.
Yeah, it's been good so far, and I've been impressed with Grayson Smith as well out there, David.
So I got some good news for all of our football fans out there. Frank Miranda sent me a text of the schedule for May for football, and the blue-white game will be May 25th.
May 25th, the blue-white game.
Friday night.
Then that 7-on-7 action gets started in the summer, right, David? Tell
Yes,
us,
sir.
Tell us a little bit about that.
7-on-7 is run by kind of the boosters and parents. The coaches can't have anything to do with it, but 7-on-7 is fast-paced, no pads, and it's really great for the quarterbacks and the wide receivers to get a lot of time.
This one going to be hit here, David, over to right field. Chasing it down is going to be Jackson Seosin for the second out. Yeah, I didn't know how that worked, that 7-on-7 action, and we may come down. I don't know if we'll broadcast any of that, but we'll definitely be down there checking it out and getting some association with the team.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun in the summer when you're jonesing for some football. It fills that gap.
Well, David, thanks again for your fine work. We'll send it back down here and catch up with you a little bit later. Thank you, David. Once again, David England, SHN Sports Georgetown camera operator, and doing great work again tonight. We appreciate the fine work of David. Back to the top of the order now for Eastview. It is Stefan Reyes. Pitch on the way to Stefan. It'll be a ball, 1-0.
Talking 7-on-7, you need to go to the 7-on-7 state tournament in College Station, well, at least once in your life. 64 teams qualify for the state tournament. You play pool play on the first day, and then the second day is single elimination, divided into a consolation bracket and a championship bracket, depending on what you did in your pool play.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things, and covering Georgetown football now will be the 4th year already. It just doesn't seem like it, Galen. It's unbelievable. 1-1 here, too far outside. The count, 2 balls, 1 strike on 2 outs. It just seems like yesterday we started doing this, and 40 pounds later, here I am, still going. 2-1, 2 outs. Kick up, the delivery. Try to get him on a fastball. Instead, it's going to be called a ball, 3-1. So I think this is the farthest behind tonight that Grayson Smith has been in the count, Galen, if I'm not mistaken. Hasn't thrown many balls here in this ball game. The options here, pitch on the way, pulls back, got him on a fastball. Now we're at full count, 3-2. First full count we've seen tonight.
Well, you know, Stephen Reyes is up the bat, and he's the only base runner for them so far in this game.
And he led off with that hit for Eastview, and they just haven't been able to find it. Now he's going to walk him.
He's still the only base runner for them.
Yep. Well, a rare walk tonight by Georgetown, Grayson Smith. It comes on his 10th batter. Shortstop now up to bat for Eastview, number 2, Jalen Camarillo. Pitch on the way. This one a fastball right across the plate for a strike, 0-1. Pitch here, 1-1, even count, called a ball. Shout out to Chris Rodriguez tonight from Tejano Cookers. We appreciate Chris Rodriguez, all the things that he does here in Georgetown. I've known Chris a long time. Got a son here at Georgetown High School. This one going to be a base hit over to right field, and now runners on 1 and 2, and that's going to be the second hit allowed tonight by Grayson Smith. Great hit there by Camarillo, and Eastview finally starting to find a little rhythm here, Galen.
Now back to the catcher, number 21, Juan Sanchez.
Third in the order, the catcher, number 21, Juan Sanchez. He was out on that put out on.
You pop up to third, the foul pop up.
Foul pop, yeah, that's right. We'll fly over to 3. You're right. I didn't have that marked, Galen. I just had the out marked. Time called here. Again, base runners on 1 and 2 for Eastview. Camarillo on first and Reyes on second. He reached on a walk, then able to advance on that hit moments ago. The second hit by Eastview tonight. Georgetown leading 10-0 here in the bottom of the third. Kick up, the right-handed delivery. Across the plate for a strike, 0-1. Well, Galen, you mentioned earlier base runners did reach over to second, and it was Reyes in the first, but was left stranded out there after Smith started finding his rhythm.
Well, let's leave him stranded again.
Kick up here, turns back, looks, nobody out there, and the base runner heads back over to second. Trying to keep him honest out there. Seen a lot of velocity behind those pitches tonight from Grayson Smith as well, and that's, man, this would be the perfect angle for the target. That'll be another layer coming. Pitch here, this one's going to hit foul off the fence right in front of us, and the count 0-2. Yeah, maybe there's, I don't ask for much, but maybe there's someone out there listening that if you've got one of those laser guns laying around in your garage, you know, feel free to donate it to us. We'll make good use of it. Oh and 2 the count here, 2 outs. Runners on 1 and 2 for Eastview. Grayson, pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over. Georgetown diving on it. What a grab out there, coming over to first and able to make the play. Did he get out?
Base hit.
Wow. That was close as David had to lay down for it. It was almost a miraculous 5-3, but instead a base hit, and now the base is loaded for Eastview.
Designated hitter, number 9, Rodriguez.
Six is a courtesy runner for Juan Sanchez. And that's
Rodriguez now hitting for Eastview. Back-to-back hits here, and bases are loaded for the Patriots.
There's the courtesy runner, Jaden Araves.
Pitch on the way here. Pulled back, strike on the fastball, 0-1. So Hervez is the courtesy runner?
Yes, he is the courtesy runner for catcher.
Sanchez. He looks like a fast guy out there too, Galen. 0-1 the count.
He looks like he's getting ready to go.
This one's going to ground up over the head. Georgetown should be able to get over and make a play here. They should just tag the base. Well, they got him, though. That was Cole Posey, I believe, Galen, on a 6-3 for the third out. You got a little bit more simple just to tag second, but they opted to go the other way. And I guess that's just the reach of the way it was, Galen. That's why I'm up here calling him. But a great play there. Copo able to get under it. And Georgetown, boy, really able to hold on there. Credit to Grayson Smith. And great play out there by the shortstop, Cole Posey, on that 6-3. In that inning, no runs. Galen on 2 hits, no errors.
And 3 left.
3 left on base. Georgetown leaving on 4 tonight. We are through 3, top of the 4th. Moments away. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue after this.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight from Georgetown, Texas, here at Eastview High School. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate all the wonderful folks in the Georgetown community, not just for Georgetown High School, but as well as our side of the hood of the bus. So the bus is still over tonight, Galen. Had about 3 go over there, and it's that's good for the taxpayers. Pitch here, low, will be called a ball, 1-1. So 1-1 the count here for Jeffrey David. Wind up the pitch. This one too far. Wow, he called that.
Strike.
He did. Clipped that corner, Galen, as it came in. Looked close at first, but able to find its way back in, 1-2. This one too low.
Also bounced up to the plate.
2-2 the count. No.
If it hits the ground before it gets to the plate, it's a no-no.
It's a no. I won't start singing, Galen. This one low. He took a bite at it. The count remains 2-2.
Go ahead and sing.
Someone sent me a text message here. I think Julia sent me a text. So there's radar gun apps on the phone. I don't think those are.
I don't think they'd be real accurate.
No, they use imaging. Thank you, Julia, though. Appreciate the feedback. Pitch here on the way. This one's also going to pop up. This could be catchable, and it will finally blow over into the bullpen of Eastview. 2-2 remains the count.
They have the mustard vat checking its insurance. Yeah, that was over toward the, if it had been about, 70 feet further, it had been in the concession stand.
We'll start calling those the mustard balls over there. Yeah. 2-2 the count here for Georgetown, Jeffrey David.
I tell you, you at home, you'd have to put a wicked hook on it to get it into the concession stand at Georgetown.
Pitch here on the way, called a ball. Now the count full at 3-2. Well, somehow, Galen, I've been able to hold my papers together tonight, surprisingly. Pitch here is going to sail up. That should be fly out to left field. And actually the shortstop going to communicate. Now the left fielder can't make it. Another E7 out there. That's 2 now by Shelton. And base runner will reach to second base on that E7, Galen.
They didn't. They did. You know, the outfielder, the left fielder, and the other fielder out there just didn't communicate with one another. The fielder coming in should be the one that, if he's got a beat on it, he should be the one to take it, because it's a lot easier to come in on the ball than it is to go back on the ball.
You still call that on the left fielder out there?
Yeah. Yeah, it was off his glove. And I think the other fielder kind of may have played with his mind a little bit on that one.
Grant Wood now hitting for Georgetown, the designated hitter, number 9. This one's going to ground over, and will he get there in time?
No,
that'll be another error.
E4.
So an E4, and that will allow Jeffrey David to come around and score the 11th run, and Grant Wood will reach to second on the E4 there, an error by the second baseman. So back-to-back errors, and hurting Eastview now, these errors, as they have tallied up 4 of them so far in this ball game.
17, Noah Thompson.
So for Hunter Savarese, it will be the designated hitter.
The left fielder, Noah Thompson's not in the game. He's just pinch hitting for.
Or pinch hitting, you're right.
And
so, wait a minute, I didn't recognize him.
And Savarese can stay in the game too. So they're doing this. You got a left-handed hitter in against a right-handed pitcher.
So the pinch hitter here for Georgetown for Hunter Savarese, number 17, Noah Thompson. Stands on that left batter's box. High pitch here. The pitch here high and outside, 1-0. Noah Thompson, his 38th at-bat of the season, 9 hits. He's got 1 home run and 7 RBIs, averages .243. The pitch here called a strike, 1-1. Time called here as Thompson steps back, now back into that left-hander batter box. Runner on second, who reached on that error, Grant Wood. Pitch on the way, high and up. I didn't mark that score yet up there, Galen. It's 11-0.
Yep.
Here in the top of the 4th inning, no outs for Georgetown. Time now 8:20.
This is going to be as long as, even if it just goes 5 innings, it's going to be as long as some of the other games we've played.
Pitch on the way, too far outside, 3-1.
Pitchers don't like these kind of games in a lot of ways, because you got big split. If you're the lead pitcher that's ahead, you've got big gaps in the time you're off the mound. And then if you're the opposing pitcher, you're just getting slammed all over the other pitcher, you're getting slammed all over the place. So
well, here on the 3-1 delivery in just a few moments, Austin Coe.
Except in this inning, Coe's been let down by his defense. Yep. There hasn't been anything.
Thompson calls time here, steps back, gets a little swing in action here. Behind him on deck, the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Cole's had a great game tonight so far for the Eagles.
It should be, Cole should have 2 outs right now.
Swing and a miss here, and the count full now at 3-2. Galen, I don't believe that we have seen Austin Coe strike out anyone. I take that back. He did in the 3rd. Struck out Ryan Nitsch looking. But he's only got 1 strikeout here early in this game. Pitch on the way. This one going to hit foul off the third base side. The count stays full at 3-2. Payoff pitch, and it goes foul. Back off the third base side. Count stays 3 strikes, 2 balls, no outs here. Georgetown leads 11-0 on the top of the 4th here at Eastview High School. Galen, it is starting to get just a little bit chilly here.
I was just thinking that myself.
Yeah.
I've got my jacket behind me, but I'm not going to wuss out and put it on right now. I may wait another half inning.
Pitch here, too high and out, and walked him. So Noah Thompson will reach on the walk. Base runners now on 1 and 2 for Georgetown. Grant Wood in scoring position. And we will see the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Cole tonight 1 for 1, reached on a walk, able to come around and score after an RBI and a stolen base back in the 2nd. And then in the 3rd inning, had a hit. And then 2 wild pitches brought him in for a score as well. And Coach Pullen talking things over.
Yeah, he's changing pitchers, I think. Yeah, 15 is departing. And we got a new guy coming in.
We'll send it over to David if he has any information down there. David, can you tell us anything going on? Or he says nobody moving.
There's a guy coming out right now.
There is one coming out. Who is this here? Number 15 still?
No, it's number 19.
Number 19 making his way. So Austin Coe will be done here for the night. And
number
the
19
new pitcher
is Gabe.
The Patriots, number 19, Gabe Pampa.
Gabe Pampa. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
It is Gabe Pampa. So Pampa now on the mound, getting his warm-up pitches. Still no outs here. Georgetown has base runners on 1 and 2. Thompson reaching moments ago, base on balls. On first base, Grant Wood on 2nd. And Eastview still trying to find an answer tonight. And Galen, it is 8:24 p.m. and we are in the top of the 4th. Yes. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I got some. I can kill some time here.
Yeah, you've got some other stats here that I'd like for you to go over that you put together.
You know, this series ends the first half of the district race. If we win, if we win both games, we'll be 8-0 in the first half, perfect through the first half. But things get much more difficult in the second half. The second half goes as follows. On April 3rd and 6th, we'll play Rouse. The home game will be on the 6th. The following, the 7th and 10th, we play Cedar Park. The game on the 10th will be at home. And that gives us a back-to-back Rouse and Cedar Park on 2 nights, on Friday and Saturday, the 6th and 7th. Then the 13th and 14th, we play Cedar Creek. The game on the 13th is at home. Then we have our off week. We're the next to the last team to have the bye in the district. And we'll play 1 game with Stony Point during that week on the 17th. And then we'll close out against Conley on the 21st and 24th. The 24th will be the home game in that series. And then the 27th, Friday the 27th that week is reserved for breaking ties. Is reserved for breaking ties in the district or makeup games.
And broadcasters break.
Well, if there's you may not get the break, And, while we're taking a few minutes here, we'll play, this district plays the winner of 25A. It plays the teams from 25A and by district. And right now, that 3 teams in that district are ranked in the top 25 in the state. Magnolia leads the district at 4-1. Tomball, Willis, and Brenham are all 3 tied for second at 3-1. And Tomball Memorial is 2-2. The rest of the district is not doing very well. In fact, Huntsville and Magnolia West are tied at 0-4. Huntsville is one of the few teams in the state that hasn't won a game yet this year. They're going into today's play at 0-17.
Wow. Well, pitch here, back in action, high pitch here from the new arm of Gabe Pampa. That one is going to be a ball, and the count here, Cole Posey, 1 ball, no strikes. Arrow on the 1-0 delivery. Pampa kicks up, right-handed pitch, too far outside. We'll quickly listen in. Carl Schoening on the call tonight. Cedar Creek versus Rouse. Carl Schoening will listen in. Oh, they're in break right now, so we'll cut back. We're not going to listen in.
See if their breaks are better than our breaks.
2-0 pitch here. Oh, hit him right on the left arm. My goodness. Boy.
And that loaded the bases.
Yeah, the bases are loaded. And that will advance Grant Wood over to 3rd. Noah Thompson at 2 and Cole Posey at 1. Let's check back in real quick, Galen, and see if we got Carl Schoening out there. they're still in break over there.
You know, if we want to get into, a little bit of baseball jargon, the bases are juiced, the sacks are loaded.
The car is full of kids.
Yeah.
The toll road.
There's a traffic jam on the bases. We could come up with all kinds of things. Some of them pretty quickly probably get pretty stupid.
We used to load up the car when we went to the flea market when I was a kid. So you could say we're on the way to the market. Pitch here on the way. This one's going to pop up into left field, and the shortstop making his way up there to grab that one, Galen. And that was a fly over to Jalen Camarillo for the first out. And that was Cole Posey?
No, that was Luke Seaback.
It was Seaback on the fly.
Logan Drake is going to pitch hit for.
Pinch hit number 13, Drake.
For Wyatt Childress.
I'm sure Childress will come back in as the catcher.
So Logan Drake having a phenomenal last 2 games. A left-handed hitter for Georgetown. We will have the score updates in 19-5A as far as that Cedar Creek Rouse game in just a few moments. Pitch on the way, pulls back on this one for a strike.
Drake's only hitting 478.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. 24th at-bat here, 11 hits on this season, halfway through for Logan Drake. 8 RBIs. Pitch on the way. This one going to get some air under it. It's going to go out to the right power alley, and trying to get under it and make the play, and he does. At center field is A.J. Mays. And Georgetown going to be caught now in a little skip bow action here as they're running around. Oh, he avoids the tag, able to come in and score. No, he said he was out. Well, they call him 2 outs there, Galen, and that'll do it. I don't understand the call there because it looks like he avoided. I have no clue what happened, Galen. That's a tough break for Georgetown as he was out of the reach. And they're going to call him out. I'll let you figure that one out, Galen.
I'm not even going to try. We got 1 run. No hits.
What'd you call that out on Logan Drake? That was a fly 8.
Yeah.
Well,
3.5, 11-0.
1 run for Georgetown scored in that inning.
2
Galen.
errors.
No hits.
2 errors.
No hits, 2 errors, and
2 left on.
2 left on base. Well, listen in real quick. Carl Schoening on the call at Rouse High School tonight in Leander, Texas. Rouse leads Cedar Creek 8-0. We'll tune into that game. And our Georgetown game will be right back after this. Here's some more 19-5A action across the network tonight.
Pitch misses down and away for ball 1. Runners at second and third with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Burns comes set. He delivers outside for ball 2.
Oh, he's keeping Southard. He's keeping things away from Southard, I should say, as he doesn't want Southard to get a good hold of this one.
Southard drew a walk his first at bat. A swing and a miss from Southard for strike 1. 2-1 the count.
Well, back in action here from Eastview High School. That was actually Michael Francis on the calls. He picks up some of the play-by-play duties this season. We're proud to have Rouse as part of the SHNSports.com broadcast network family. Carl Schoening on color tonight here in that inning, and Rouse leads 8-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Galen, you made a comment. They're only in the 4th over there as well.
Of course, it's 8-0 too, so it's, there's been a few runs scored over there.
Leading off here, the second baseman, it will be Parker Namkin tonight. He is 0 for 1. First pitch on the way to Namkin will be a ball, 1-0.
And they might not have got this to quite as quick a start as we did.
Next pitch here, going to be called a ball, 2-0. Well, in that last inning, Galen, Georgetown allowed 3 to get on. Luckily able to come away there and not allow any runs out of that. Grayson on the mound for the Eagles, kicks up the right-handed pitch. clipped him on a corner on the curve, 2-1.
I don't see anybody down in the bullpen doing anything, so for us, so they're going to ride him at least through this inning.
2-1 to count, right-handed pitch. Woo! That one right up in front of Nathan. That's why we kept that camera a couple feet away from the net. 2-1. Actually 2-2, it should be, Galen.
Yeah. The umpire's both sticking both his hands up, too, with 2 fingers, so.
2-2, even count, no outs here for Eastview. Pitch on the way. Boy, clips that one on the bat. Coming in to make the play, turn around, beautifully done and executed there on a 4-3. Luke Seaback over to Colmore for the first out. Beautiful little spin move, grab and go for the first out.
Number 16, Ryan Bailey.
Batting 6th, the first baseman now, number 16, Ryan Bailey. Ryan tonight 0 for 1. He was out on a 1-3 in the second. We are in the bottom of the 4th here. Georgetown leads 11-0. This one going to hit foul. Ooh, will it get the bus? And the bus still remains unscathed. Like I said, that saves the taxpayers money.
It's a tough old bus.
That thing's luxurious compared to what we had when I was in Georgetown growing up. Yeah, those things had ACs now and all that. Pitch on the way. Right across on a fastball, 0-2. Galen, our bus driver, there's a guy named Mr. Shell. And when he had the bus, they let him put his own stereo system in there, so we got to listen to music. It was pretty cool, man. That was before all this stuff in MP3s and all that jazz. I didn't have any of that back in the day. Pitch on the way. This one hit foul. That one goes off the top of the fence.
Yeah, there's some of the buses now that the radio is built into it.
0-2 the count. A lot of those cameras back on the day and those buses too were fake. They had these fake boxes that had a little red blinking light. They weren't cameras. Now they're real. 0-2, pitch on the way. This one going to be hit right over a line to the second baseman, Luke Seaback. A line 4 for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down. Galen, we saw that last inning, though. It was 2 up, 2 down, and then Eastview gave us a little scare. Third baseman, number 5, Noah Reyes, 7th in the order, now at bat for Eastview. Noah tonight, 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the second. Chili, Galen, chili.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not talking about food this time. Pitch here, foul right in front of us. Galen tried to snag it. The net caught it first.
Thank God. Talking about riding on the yellow dogs, we made during basketball season. We went down and played Houston Wheatley at the Del Mar Fieldhouse in Houston, and we went both ways in the same day in a yellow dog.
Man.
Back in late November, I believe it was. And you know, by about halfway back, that wasn't a real comfortable trip on your back.
I couldn't imagine. I used to sleep on the bus, man, because I was one of the last ones to get off. I didn't get off the bus until almost 5 o'clock. Of course, Georgetown a lot smaller then, a lot fewer buses, so you had to stay on the route a long time. 1-1. And hit him.
That's only the second one tonight, isn't it?
That is, and that's only the first hit by pitch by Georgetown.
That's a rarity.
Number 4.
That's a rarity this season.
Well, Galen, I mentioned, I guess I jinxed it because I said, remember the previous inning we were 2 up, 2 down, and then Eastview gave us a little scare. Well, here we go, doing a little damage to ourselves here in this one.
This is the guy with the orange bat, too.
They're playing your jam. I don't even know what they're saying. The right fielder, number 4, Jordan Espinosa.
Hey, you got to be cool.
Hey, that's all right. Not sure what happened there.
I think it was a foul ball.
Yeah, pretty awkward foul ball it is, and the count 0-1.
Don't get style points on foul balls.
No.
The umpire is checking the ball to make sure it's all the seams are on it. And
Well, the sportsmanship by Georgetown has always been just something to watch. You saw Grayson Smith give the umpire out there off his mound a pat on the back. That's pretty awesome to see that. 0-1, trying to pick it first. Base runner safe. Again, that base runner at first who was hit by a pitch moments ago. Noah Reyes, the third baseman. Georgetown here, 0-1, 2 outs. Leading 11-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch on the way, right across the plate on the fastball, 0-2.
Let's get this one and get through 4, and then we can get through 5.
That one got the official Galen. Ooh.
Yes.
0-2 delivery. This one going to hit foul, and the bus is safe again, Galen. If that bus was up about 3 more feet, it would have been hit 4 or 5 times tonight.
You know, that bus is enchanted. It can move away from the foul balls. It can move back and forth. What was the name of that car that was that way? Christine, wasn't it, in the movie that it could operate by itself?
No, that's Herbie. Herbie.
I'm talking about an old movie way before.
Nathan's saying Knight Rider. I guess there was a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, yeah. Because this one was off of Stephen King. I think it was a Stephen King, off of Stephen King book way back when.
Grayson here on the mound, the 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him, and now we got the third out, swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on as we are through 4. We'll move to the top of the 5th inning. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue after this.
11-0, Georgetown.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Well, back in action here, David England getting a nice shot of the moon tonight here at Eastview High School. And it looks like just a big glowing orb. We'll have to figure out that. You know, the network cameras, that thing lights up. That's a pretty nice little moon, though, tonight out there, Galen. And it's a pretty bright moon as well. A little haze around the moon. But a beautiful night for baseball. David, thanks for getting that shot there of the glowing orb above us tonight.
My dad was an old-time farmer from Indiana, and he would always say if there was a ring around the moon, it was meant rain was in the coming. So
I was about to ask you because I remember a saying like that, and I was going to ask you what it was, Galen.
Wesley Davis is going to pitch hit, I believe, for Seosin.
No, it is the second in the order, number 22. Said Wesley.
Yeah. Dixon, isn't it? Yeah. I got it.
It is Wesley Dixon. For Georgetown, his 31st at-bat of the season. Wesley averaging .333, 5 RBIs. He's got 10 hits here through 8 games in this season. Well, through the preseason as well, Galen. Top of the 5th we go. 11-0 the score. Still on the mound, Gabe Pompa, number 19. Pitching for Eastview. A right-handed delivery on the way. Nice fastball on that outside edge, 0-1.
This is one of those games where Adam has the chance to get a lot of players in the game, a lot of position players. Get them some at-bats.
This one going to hit foul. Oh. Hey, it hit my tire, Galen. I got saved. 0-2. So the old key out there just took a licking on the tire. Got lucky, Galen. I thought that one was going for my hood, or worse, the windshield. This ball too far out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's kind of an adrenaline rush, Galen.
Yeah.
You know, it's will the car get hit? You don't want it to. 1-2. This one going to be hit over to the left power alley, going down. That'll be a base hit and a double for Georgetown. Beautiful hit by Wesley Dixon, pinch hitting for Jackson Seosin. And boy, that 2-spot tonight is doing some damage for Georgetown. A nice little double there for Wesley Dixon.
Okay, a lot of those, some of those batting problems we've had lately are curing themselves tonight.
11-0 the score. In scoring position, Dixon at 2. Time now 8:42 p.m. We move to the third of the order. The first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore.
And there's going to be a pinch hitter for Ryan too. Number 10's on the on-deck circle.
Cole 1 for 2 tonight. Was out unassisted in the first, then reached on a walk in the second, and then had that hit in the third.
And I believe that's Jared Ross, is it not, in the on-deck circle, number 10?
That is correct, Galen. Pitch here on the way to Cole. Didn't catch that. If it was a ball or a strike, Galen, I was looking down.
I think it was a ball, but
Want to know the count here. Pitch on the way. Close inside for a ball. 2-0 the count.
Nathan's phone singing to us.
Again, the count 2-0 for Cole Moore. The left-handed hitter for Georgetown stands close in that left box. Holds the bat at 45. Swing and a foul tip here. 2-1. Cole Moore.
I think on that swing, he was trying to challenge that wind a little bit and put it over the right field fence. That's a pretty healthy swing. I like these different camera angles we have. It makes it look real professional.
This one gonna pop up and way up into the air, and the catcher gonna try to get under it, and he does in foul territory for the first out. Little fly way up to the sky. Somebody called NASA. I think the satellite got hit on the way down. Little fly 2 there as Sanchez able to get under it, Galen.
Yeah, don't we have a space station crashing back to Earth here in the next couple days?
Do we?
I think so. I think I saw something like that on the internet. I'm not sure.
I remember when Mir was coming down, they had a target, and if any of it hit, you got free Taco Bell. It didn't hit.
Yeah.
Jared Ross, pitch hitting for Ryan Neitch. I hope we get to see another moon landing in my lifetime. I want to see one for sure. I don't know if we'll get to, though, Galen.
You might get to see a Mars landing. There's not much, you know, really, theoretically, there's not much, you know, purpose in sending another person to the moon because, you know, it can't support, it as it is, it can't support life. And, you know, Mars has always been a mystery.
Yep. This one going to hit foul. It may be catchable there. The catcher again can't fall under this one, though. Good effort out there by Juan Sanchez. He just wasn't able to get under it. It was him and his first baseman, Ryan Bailey. The count at 1-1.
You know, and now there's so much of science fiction is based on Mars. You know, the ghost of Mars.
Total Recall is the movie I remember back in the day. I enjoyed, you know, my favorite movie, Galen? It was an old black and white movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still. This one going to be hit over to center field. It should be catchable, though, and it is. It falls into the glove. Georgetown base runner going to get over to third. Will he get there in time? He does. Call that a fly 8 by Jared Ross. And we will see Jeffrey David from the Georgetown Eagles. Now, Jeffrey tonight is 0 for 3. Don't be fooled. It was a strikeout swinging in the first, a fielder's choice in the second, and then had that reached on an E7 in the fourth, able to come around and score. So sometimes those numbers, when you say 0 and 3, doesn't sound good, but tonight that's not the case. One, 2 outs here. Pitch on the way. This one too far out of the reach of Jeffrey David as he looks at it. Early count, 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, going back to that point, though, Galen, you know, the technology we have now compared to what they had back then on the Apollo missions to the moon, I think they're a lot more that they could pull from the moon now with the technology. This one's going to go over to center field, and the center fieldsman A.J. Mays able to get under it on another fly 8. So back-to-back pop-ups to center field, and after a hit by Wesley Dixon, actually a double, Georgetown goes 1, 2, and 3. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left.
11-0.
After
That's the first inning in which we haven't scored.
That's right. And after 4.5, 1, 7, 2, 1, and then nothing. Georgetown's just got a hold here, and that run rule will take into effect. They could have theoretically allow 1, Nathan, and the run rule would still hold. Is that correct? But we're hoping that it'll just be 3 quick outs.
You know, I watched the movie Hidden Figures the other night. It's amazing how on those early flights, and how much of the math had to be done by hand. And now you got computers that can kick that stuff out in just a matter of seconds. But you know, of all those formulas, it took up whole blackboards and.
Yeah, I was watching, you know, of course there's a lot of fiction in those movies, but science fiction in those movies, but you were watching Apollo movies and how they had to line up the slide rules.
Center fielder, number 1, A.J. Mays.
Well, leading off here in the bottom of the 5th for Eastview will be the center fielder, number 1, A.J. Mays.
If you walked into a classroom right now and asked a physics classroom or something and asked people if they had their slip sticks, they wouldn't have. They'd look at you like you said something almost obscene.
Yeah, they'd say, well, we're not allowed to bring those to school. It's a weapon. When I was a kid, we had the slap bracelets. They banned those because the metal in them would cut you.
We had the guys, you know, the serious science students that would have them strapped down in a hole. They had them big slide rules they'd have them in a holster-like thing.
Well, Cole Posey over on a 6-3 to Cole Moore. A little Cole-to-Cole action, 6-3 on the first out. The field has been working great for Georgetown tonight.
We got to remember to return all 3 of these chairs I've stolen from different places in the state.
Nathan's got one.
Nathan's got the one from the coach's office, and I've got 2 from these 2 are from the softball field.
We figured out a way to make it happen tonight. You know, we mounted the monitor up to our camera stand with tape. So Nathan, and he's made a little makeshift table over there.
Well, if it wasn't taped down, the center fielder might be making a play on it.
It might
with
be,
that
yeah.
win.
Right-handed pitch here on the way. This one's going to ground over to the second baseman. Should be a 4-3. Got there in time, and it did. It was Luke to Cole. Seaback to Moore on the 4-3. 1 out away here for Georgetown. 2 up, 2 down, but Galen, we've been in this 2 up, 2 down situation back-to-back innings.
Shortstop, number 2, Galen Camarillo.
It's Jalen Camarillo, the shortstop, number 2, now second in the order. Jalen tonight is 1 for 2.
1 for 1. Well, he got on with the sacrifice bunt on the first
Oh, that's
time.
right, 1 for 1. You don't count that. Kick up, pitch on the way. Right across for a strike. Georgetown 2 strikes away. 1 out away, 0-1. Seosin.
They had the 3-run home run.
Pitch on the way, pulls back, corner, 0-2. Stand by.
You know, you look at it too. You could almost have co-MVPs tonight with a shutout pitch by Grayson.
I think we will do that tonight.
Because you know
Pitch here on the way. This one
foul
ball, barely by about a foot. I think that's a good idea because you don't want to leave.
I don't think.
You can't.
I hope I didn't jinx it there when that ball came off the bat. You know that.
Right when you said it.
Yeah. He's throwing the shutout and then. Pip. I'd have people running down the other stands that were listening to the radio beating on me.
0-2, two outs. I'm showing 1 on the board. It is 2 outs here.
Is that the bus starting up back there?
This truck's starting up.
Okay.
They're getting the bus going. Hell yeah, don't jinx it. I mean, anything's possible, Galen. Kick up here, right-handed pitch on the way, too far out. And the count at 2-1. I mean 1-2. Beg your pardon, 1-2.
Far out. Phrase from my youth, or maybe middle age. I don't know. As old as I am, I've lost track of how the slang's gone.
Oh, he wanted to call it and get it 2-2 on a corner. Looked like a good pitch, Galen.
I thought that would be an umpire's pitch where he'd call it to get the game over.
Yeah, I guess Whataburger's not cooking them too good around here today or something. I don't know. They're always cooking them good for me, man. Kick up, pitch on the way. This was going to ground over. Third baseman diving for it. Can't get there in time. That's a base hit. No error out there. That would have been a hard one. And it is a base hit as Caramillo gets on again, and he is now 2 for 2 tonight. He's been the high point of this Eastview ball game.
The catcher, number 21, Juan Sanchez.
Goes back here to the catcher, number 21, Juan Sanchez. Juan tonight 1 for 2. Popped one out over to first base.
All 4 of their hits have come in the top 3 positions in the lineup.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, he wanted that one.
0-1.
As Dizzy Dean would say, unbutton your shirt and take a good cut. I grew up with Dizzy Dean and Buddy Blattner doing the game of the week on television back when we had 3 black and white stations.
Wow. Pitch here. Too far out. That one got away, and boy, it took a bounce right back in the glove. And Georgetown didn't even opt to go over there. They didn't want to throw that one away. A wild pitch, Galen.
Yes.
Base runner will reach over to second. The count at 1-1. I mean, it hit the brick and bounced right back into his glove. I'm wondering why he didn't take a chance down there.
One of those things you scout out with in the stadium you're playing is what kind of and some teams will do it. They'll bounce balls behind home plate. The catchers will bounce balls off home plate before the game to see what kind of
reaction
rebound you'll get off the
pitch here on the way. 1-1. Clip the corner. 1-2. Well, Galen 1 strike away again. Don't jinx it.
Keep my mouth shut is what you're saying.
You got your innings extended at the plate right now, Galen.
Well, they both have to score.
Pitch on the way, high, near the helmet. And the count full now at 3-2. Or 2-2, Galen?
2-2.
2-2, not full yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now you've called the next pitch.
No, Smith will get him here. He's got it. Wind up, right pitch. This one pops up, goes foul. 2-2. The coaching staff having to move their seats out of the way. We need those chairs, Nathan and Galen. We need those little seats, man. I like those. 2-2 across the board. Georgetown still trying to get this last strike and call this one a game. Leading 11-0.
This is wild out there.
No gambling, of course. But.
No. Where's the $2 window?
Sanchez trying to keep it alive for his team here. Kick up the right-handed delivery. This one's going to ground over, and it's going to be
a base hit.
No, Cole, come on, baby. What a play out there from Cole Posey on a 5-3 for the 3rd out, and that will do it. The run rule is in effect. Georgetown victorious tonight with their 7th win now. 11-0. We'll have co-players of the game tonight. It'll be Grayson Smith as well as Jackson Seosin with the trifecta. Can you call it a trifecta? That's what they call it in basketball in a 3-point shot, Galen.
It's also what you call it the racetrack and make you some money.
Can you call it a trifecta in baseball?
I don't know.
I'll call it
I've
a
never
trifecta.
done a five.
I will. It'll offend some baseball folks out there, so I'll just.
I think Mr. Cole.
It'll offend me. Final tonight: Georgetown 11, Eastview nothing. Stay with us. We'll have that interview with Coach Adam Foster, as well as Jackson Seosin and Grayson Smith tonight. And I'm trying to get my ducks in a row here before I head down there. David England's going to have the microphone, so I'll meet him down there here in just a few moments. Again, our co-players of the game pitching the shutout tonight. Grayson White. We get that right, Galen?
No.
No, it's Grayson Smith.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Coach White.
I tell you what, Cole Moore was a little bit busy, fellow. He made 9 putouts tonight. 15 putouts in a 5-inning game, and he made 9 of them.
What's Jackson Seosin's final tonight?
He was.
He had the 3-run homer. When did that happen?
That happened in the second inning. He got 3 at-bats. He was 1 for 3. He was 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer.
1 for 3 with the one that mattered.
Yes.
So we will take a quick break. I'll send it over to Galen. Wellnicki, I'll head down to the field. We'll talk this one over. We got Coach Adam Foster in Georgetown. Eagle baseball postgame continues. Galen, take it away. Nathan, can you monitor my level right here? And remember, don't let it go more than right here, okay? Look, right here, don't let it go more than right here. This is my level right here, Nathan. Nathan,
Yeah,
this is my level right here.
what is it, number?
Adding things up. Georgetown scored 11 runs on 8 hits. Eastview made 4 errors, and there was 6 men left on base. Now we'll turn the book over, and we'll go 0 runs for Eastview, 4 hits, 1 error for I believe for Georgetown, and 1 and 7 and 6 men left on base. That makes Georgetown 7-0 in district. Keeps them in first place all alone. And it looks like Rouse is going to stay with just with 1 loss tonight, as they were ahead 8-0 at one point. And so this, we'll close out, weather permitting, we'll close out the first half at 7 o'clock Thursday at Georgetown. And then we'll go into the second half. And we get April 3rd and 6th will be Rouse, and April 7th and 10th we'll play Cedar Park. And those 4 games right there are going to be very important in the race as to how Georgetown does. We're hoping to go in 8-0 at the half, but then we'd hope you'd at least want to split those 4 games. And we're in a real good position though. We're in a position where we only need to win 2 games to guarantee, probably in the second half, to guarantee playoff spot. But you really don't want to think that way. You want to think that.
Rob Hipp down here on the field. Can you hear me, Galen?
I can hear you real well.
Thumb up if you can hear me. Are we cutting out everything good tonight? We're good tonight. So Rob Hipp down here on the field. Man, I was getting y'all confused because the back and forth. So down here on the field with Grayson Smith. Grayson, what a game tonight, man. You guys come out. You pitched the shutout here. We always call this the Battle of St. Gabriel. Tell us what it's like here playing against, I know a lot of friends here at Eastview High School, but a great win as you guys improve now to 7-0 in district play. Tell us about the game tonight and how you were feeling out there on the mound tonight.
It was pretty good. Coming out here and seeing a bunch of the guys I know that I grew up with, always playing with. It's a good experience. It's a good bond, friendship, because, it's competition, and was happy to be out here. It was fun.
Well, the first game this season that a Georgetown Eagle pitcher, at least here in district play, able to pitch the shutout. How was it feeling out there tonight on the mound? I know you just answered part of that, but how are you feeling out there throwing these balls tonight? I mean, just amazing pitching all around for Georgetown tonight from your hand, man.
Thank you very much. I was just focusing on throwing strikes, competing in the strike zone, and just making sure I can get ground balls and get my defense in place.
Well, Grayson, you guys now improved to 7-0 in district play. Just one more game and we'll be halfway through the mark. How do you feel right now? I know the competition here is going to start getting really tough. No, definitely not putting down any other teams because these are all been quality teams, but you guys have been playing well so far. But how has it been through these first 7 games for you guys here so far in district play?
It's been a growing moment. We've all are coming together. We're bonding, and I think we're ready for more and all that.
Awesome. Well, final thought here. You guys play on Thursday at home. I know had to advance one game here due to the weather. How does that change things up, having to play one day in advance and when you were normally scheduled to play?
It just gives us one more day to prepare. I think we'll be overall more ready for Thursday night's game.
Awesome. Final question, the best one of the night that we always like to give you guys. Cameras right there on you, of course, young man. Who do you want to send a shout out to, some love tonight, man?
Definitely my mom, my dad, my brother, and my catcher, Wyatt. He's always got my back. That's my homie.
Awesome. Well, our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game. We had a name too tonight, man. So we appreciate you tonight. Grayson Smith, appreciate you, young man. We'll bring over. He was like a great game, but Jackson said, man, you got to get our names right. So I'm going to bring Jackson over here, Jackson Seosin tonight, spreading the love all around, man. But Hey, we had to give it up to your pitcher tonight as he threw a great game. Talk about this victory tonight here with your friends here at Eastview. You know, this is the Battle of San Gabriel. Tell us about it tonight, Jackson, and then we'll get to that home run in just a few minutes.
Oh, well, it was just fun and competitive, just knowing everyone on the team and being able to play against them in a fun, competitive situation. It's just a good time always.
Well, things starting out, you know, Eastview getting on the base first, but then back on the offensive end, you guys putting in the damage. Tell us, what was that? I don't know if you can say trifecta in baseball. I'll ask Coach Foster if he can clarify that for me. That's a basketball term usually, but tell us about that 3-run homer. How did that feel when the ball hit the bat, and did you know it was gone right when you swung at it?
Felt pretty lucky, honestly. Came off the bat, and I was thinking, man, I got to get this ball on the ground, but it went in the air, and I started running, and I knew it was hit pretty hard, and I hear people start getting loud, and I was just like, it's like, no way, it's over the fence? And it ended up being over, and I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to run the bases then.
Well, overall, a great night for baseball here at Eastview High School. Same question that I asked Grayson moments ago. You guys now 7-0 in district, all alone at the top of the district, but the competition going to continue to get more tough as you guys go along. How do you feel right now here for the Georgetown Eagles so far in these first 7 games in district play?
I feel like we're getting better. We're almost to our peak where we need to be in our district play, and that we're just going to keep continuing to get better and take one game at a time.
Awesome. Well, I know a lot of your teammates getting to hit the ball tonight. Great job out there. We appreciate you, Jackson Cios. And finally, though, before we go, camera on you too, young man. Who you want to send a shout-out to, some love tonight, man?
Shout out to my brother, Nick Ciosin, and Gentry Barton, and Cole Moore.
Great job, man. Cole did a great job out there at first base as well, so we appreciate you, man. We'll let you go. Once again, Georgetown Eagle, co-player of the game tonight. We had a name, too, as Coach Adam Foster makes his way over here. Coach, appreciate you. Great night tonight. We had to get both of them up here tonight, Coach. How do you feel? You know, it's normally this would be a Brindley question, but, hey, you're up here, Coach. You're the head coach. I know Coach Brindley happy with the pitching tonight. How does it feel here in district play to get the first shutout tonight by a Georgetown Eagle pitcher? How did that feel just as being from the coach's standpoint tonight?
You know, it's awesome, man. You know, Grayson's we have a couple number ones, and he's kind of 1A, and he pitched like a number one tonight. And, you know, that's what we expected out of him, and we'll expect Brindley to do the same thing on Thursday.
Coach, talk about the play of Cole Posey, too, out there at shortstop. He had a great game tonight along with Cole Moore at first base. Can you talk to us about that shortstop position, though, and the things that Cole has done so far through these first 7 games for you guys?
You know, Cole started for us all year last year at shortstop, and, man, he has been steady Eddie there. And, you know, that's what you want out of your shortstop, make all the routine plays. And then, of course, he made a couple nice highlight plays tonight. So, you know, that's just cream on top of the cookie. So, you know, just expect him to go out and be steady Eddie out there and make the routine plays, and he did well.
So at center field, Ryan Nitch had a nice little slide and grab there to give you guys an out as well. Can you talk about the play that you've seen from your left to right so far early in this season?
Yeah, you know what? We've really improved a bunch defensively since the tournaments. We were a little shaky at the beginning in the tournaments and weren't playing defense the way we were capable of. And, you know, we've really worked on it hard, and during practice the kids have responded, and our defense has been pretty good.
Coach, final question here. Always fun to play here at Eastview. What's it like playing? You know, we've coined it the Battle of the San Gabriel here at SHM, but what's it like playing a lot of good friends here in Eastview? Can you talk about the competitiveness of Eastview? And I know Coach Pullen used to be with Georgetown. Can you just talk a little bit about the things going on here and what it's like playing here at Eastview across town?
Well, you know, we really talk a lot with our guys about, you know, eliminating the scoreboard and having faceless opponents. So, you know, we really don't talk about we're playing Eastview. We really want to show up to the ballpark and do what we do, and predict to them what they have to do. And if we do that, then we're going to be very successful. We get in trouble is when we start worrying about who's on the mound and who we're playing, and oh, so-and-so, I grew up with him. And, you know, we got to focus on the things that we can control, and really stay in the moment and focus on our process. And our guys have done a really good job with that.
Well, Coach, I know you got to get going. I did have one last question. Christy, your wife, sending me a message. Galen Wellnicki throwing some jabs at you last game. You know, he was talking about some age things. Can you talk? Do you have a word for Galen tonight?
If you're worried about age, I don't know why I'm getting the jabs.
Hey, we're just spreading a little friendly love, man. It's all good, Coach. Appreciate it, Coach.
I think he's missing.
Coach Adam Foster. We told Galen, and we said, Galen, I said I'm gonna give you a hard time. We're gonna get Coach Foster to say something tonight. So, all right. Well, we appreciate
you.
we had to get that in for a little fun. Coach, we appreciate you, and we're looking forward to the next one. Once again, Coach Adam Foster, having a little fun here tonight, but a great victory for Georgetown as, again, Georgetown winning tonight 11-0 here on the road at Eastview. A great night for baseball, and, again, we appreciate all the hospitality of Coach Adam Foster and the fine staff here at Georgetown High School. So things rocking and rolling, everything alive and well. Georgetown improves to 7-0. Galen, I'll send it back over to you as I make my way back over to the broadcast table. We'll be right back. Galen?
And it was a great win just from the standpoint of, you win by whatever you can take once you get in district and the playoffs. There's no style points, as we keep saying, style points don't count in the district and in the playoffs. You win by, you try to be ahead by 1 after 7, and tonight we were lucky we were ahead by 11 after 5. When everybody gets to go home early, except the 5 innings took almost as long or more longer than a lot of 7-inning games tonight. A lot of base runners. And I've got a camera sticking in my face right now. David's trying to make me the legend that Rob keeps calling me. So, but it was a nice all-around performance by Georgetown tonight. Everybody, every element kicked in. The defense was great in the infield and the outfield. The pitching was great, and we got the hitting and the runs scored we needed, and that was.
Oh, David's sitting here asking us to stand up here. We're kind of cut off by the view here. Hey, that was fun back there. That was all in good fun. So
yeah.
So Coach Foster said to send you his well wishes, Galen.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, overall, Galen, a great game tonight for Georgetown as we'll wind this one down. Georgetown improves now with the victory tonight, 11-0 over Eastview. Galen, let's quickly talk about the game on Thursday as we go back home, and Georgetown's got to keep things rolling here. Through 7 so far, looking impressive, but the season not halfway over just yet, Galen.
No, it's not, and the second half is going to be very taxing with Rouse and Cedar Park playing all those games within a week and a half. 3 games the first week of the second half, 2 against Rouse, 1 against Cedar Park, and then following back the next Tuesday with 1 against Cedar Park. So
it's going to get rocking and rolling here. So, well, we'll keep the friendly relationship alive between you and the coaches there. That was good fun tonight, though, Galen. But in all seriousness, we do appreciate just the wonderful staff, and I know it's all in good fun, Galen.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, though. In honesty, this is coaching staff overall from top to bottom is one of the best coaching staffs I've ever worked with, and that's including all sports.
I couldn't agree more.
And, the successes are coming. Our girls softball team is ranked 2nd in the state. And I was talking to Coach Farney about it, and they're planning a long, long run in the playoffs. Also, we've got for people looking for something to do Friday night, we've got a 6 p.m. Girls soccer playoff
That's
game
right.
here at the stadium with Tomball.
Awesome. So it's going to be some good fun down there, and that'll be on. Going to be good, Galen.
Because we won both, for a change, we won both flips.
That's right, absolutely. Well, we'll see what happens, Galen. So final remarks before we sign off here, before the wind blows us out of here at Eastview, Galen.
It's a great win, and I'm just happy.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you, Galen. Also appreciate the good humor. It's a lot of fun out here, and in all seriousness, you said it best, better than nobody could have said it. We've got some of the greatest coaches here at Georgetown High School, and I always tell folks, I do work for a lot of folks that are, retirees here at Georgetown, and one lady actually, she goes, Rob, I'm old. And I said, are you 130? And she said, no. And I said, you're not old. You're still the youngest person. And she gave me a hug and said, I love that. I'm going to start using it. So you're never old till you hit 130. So everything's good and well and alive in Georgetown, Texas, Galen.
Yeah, and it's always better to be over the hill than under the hill.
That's right. Well, Galen, again, appreciate you, partner. Always, I'll shake your hand here. Always a great job, and couldn't do it without you this season, Galen, providing the stats. I'm Rob Hipp for Galen Wellnicki. Nathan Hyde out there as well to our right. You can see him there on the left of your video screen, and then behind the scenes tonight. Nathan, give a flip over there as far to David England. We'll get David a little shout out here tonight as well. I know we've still got a camera there somewhere. We just wanted to make sure that we get everybody in the shot. There's David down there at the bottom right. We appreciate you, David, as well. On behalf of all the SHN Sports broadcast family, I'm Rob Hipp. again, for all of our crews throughout Central Texas. Thanks for joining us tonight. Been another great game for Georgetown Eagle baseball. We'll catch up with you on Thursday back at home. That first pitch at 7 o'clock, and we'll see how the weather goes, but I think we should be good to go, Galen. So until then, God bless everyone. Remember, as I always like to say, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. So provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Again, thanks to Georgetown coaching staff and also the fine folks here at Eastview High School. Georgetown victorious 11-0. We'll see you on Thursday. Take care. Good night. God bless everyone.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.